All right, yeah, and I see it. Looking good. Alrighty.
I still got stream markers disabled. Does it need a second to start up?
I think it takes a quick minute, or you can just hit refresh and it'll probably be live.
Blocking disabled.
Yeah, go ahead and cut to the replays. Let's go ahead and there's nobody in chat yet, but let me go ahead and say welcome anyways to new Challenger First to 10 exhibitions. Today we're going to be showing you a match between Mahreen, who plays Laura, versus Justakid, who plays Jury. And can't actually see Street Fighter right now. You might want to set it to the other display for us. But right now we're just in the pre-show section of the stream. So what we're going to do is we're going to just show you a few ranked replays. We're go through a few ranked replays for both of our players, just examine their play styles a little bit and see what we're in store for.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Lou, what's up? By the way, my name is Mount Lover, and I'm here with Frabasaur. Frabasaur, how's it going?
How's it going, guys? Glad to be here. Hopping on the mic now for regular new Challenger First to 10 exhibitions, Tuesdays at 7. We're going to keep bringing you selections of hype matches from pros, semi-pros, and rising talent for you guys to check it out, see what some good high-level play looks like, and just have some fun. And this is supposed to be, from what I've heard, quite explosive First to 10 from two high-tempo characters.
High tempo is right. So first off, we're just going to be looking at a few ranked replays between for Mahreen here. So we're just going to be going through some of her matches at random. And I didn't know going into this that Mahreen's CFN was 20-inch dogs.
Oh, her what's it called? The dojo?
Her dojo's 20-inch dogs.
Yeah, it's her dojo. She just goes by Mahreen. But she's solid Laura player with some with some highly explosive. I don't want to keep using that word, but I guess I will. Explosive.
Let's just make that word
so much explosions. V-trigger work.
I was going through a few of her old matches, and from what I can tell, she plays a lot more reset heavy than your typical Laura player. Mm-hmm. Usually Laura's will be happy to just take damage, any kind of confirm that they get, just turn that into optimal damage, and just leave that into a sort of knockdown into whatever reset to neutral, since Laura's Oki isn't really magnificent. Mm-hmm. But Mahreen, what she'll do is she'll constantly just she'll leave that damage on the table and go for weird standing resets. So she will be totally happy to just mid-confirm, just go into a command grab or just like a standing reset and then more frame traps. She'll just try to keep you on your feet for as long as she can, and just before you know it, if you're not blocking, if you're pressing buttons, she'll dissolve.
Here we go. Let's see it right now. Switching over. Watch your feet. Overheads. Going back under.
Restand, and then there's the command grab. Yeah, just what we were talking about. Sick resets. I think we saw just 3 resets just there, back to back with the span of 3 seconds.
There you go, and dead. Ouch. Half your health gone. I can't remember if it was called this or if there's a name of it, but it's called Electric Carnival or something like that. I mean, I've heard it referred to that way, and she really put that on display. You see her up, over, under, in all directions, then your character's spinning, and you're stunned, and you have no idea what just happened.
Now this Urian player is trying to adapt. He's like, all right, if you're going to reset me for days, I'm just going to hold down and press up in all punches. Maybe I can headbutt my way out of this. He tried it once and it worked, but unfortunately, Mahreen just knows how to keep that pressure going.
Yeah. Oh man, he's gotten around a lot of her fireballs in this match. I don't know if that's incidental or intentional, but a lot of times Laura's use their fireballs to control the air, because if you jump and you land on them, they just bop you off the juggle. But he's touched her first, and if you ever touch Laura, her fireball immediately disappears. So there's a lot of ways kind of around that neutral holding kind of tool, and he seemed to get a lot there. But still, you see Mahreen taking pretty convincing.
Yeah, that's actually going to come into play a lot for this upcoming First to 10, I feel like, because another thing that I noticed when I was watching Mahreen's play is that she does use that fireball. She uses that thunderclap a lot more often than Laura players will normally do that. And you'll see a lot of Laura players, they'll try to hold it in neutral or they'll hold it in your face, but Mahreen is content just to throw out the basic uncharged fireball in your face a lot. And then she'll sort of steal her turn after that, because oftentimes it's minus, but that doesn't stop her. So we'll see how Justakid deals with that kind of pressure.
Yeah, it's the classic, classic fighting game test. If you don't know, then I'm gonna abuse it until you show me that you know. And so that's free turns. That's free turns that aren't my turn, and I'm glad to have that. But Laura's fireball is terrifying when you're cornered. When you get kind of caged like that and it feels like there's nowhere to go, she becomes a little Guile-esque with just that screen positioning. But as you said, she likes to use it all over the place rather than just when it's super favorable.
And I know a little bit about this matchup from the Jury perspective because although I won't say that I have a Jury, I'll say that I like Jury. I love to like lab with her and play with her, but I'm not good with her.
Right.
I do happen to know that Jury does have tools against Charge Thunderclap because of the fact that she has such an amazing whip punish tool in the form of her charged V skill. So she can sort of react to the startup, and even if you let it go, she can sort of punish you, and if you don't, she can sort of just phase through it and get that whip punish. And
sorry, keep going.
Yeah, go ahead. It's I was just gonna say that it depends on how much Justakid likes to charge that B skill, and whether he's on point with punishing that at a long range. Yeah, and we'll talk more about it when we get to looking at Justakid. But being, as his name says, Justakid, he's got the young man reactions. He's not been dulled or aged by time quite yet. But the other thing about Jury too, she's got fantastic walk speed, really long legs, and a common way to try and challenge Laura's fireball is to poke low, because you get under the fireball and if you touch your legs, boom, it's gone. And since Laura's walking behind it, she obviously can't block low. That's true. And Jury does have that really strong sweep. Yeah, she's sweep. She's got some crouching moves that go really far as well, and then she has the EX front flip that is projectile invincible. So multiple different ways that could very interestingly get her out of the danger of the thunderclap. Would definitely be interesting to see how that goes. And I find Jury's jump arc to be a little weird. It's unexpectedly floaty, and she can come in with some really weird angles because of how she tucks and extends her body depending on the button she uses. We've got an Abigail replay, so we're going to see Justakid's ability to react to command grabs under pressure. We'll see what his answer is to that kind of stuff here. Of course, Jury, Justakid always sticking with V-Trigger 1. Go ahead. Yeah, I just don't know a single Jury that actually uses V-Trigger 2. I couldn't even really tell you what it does. Clearly not found to be very useful. But Abigail matchup significantly slower than a Laura matchup would be. So I wouldn't take this as too telling on what we're going to see, even though there's some similarities. Yeah. That was cross-up? Are you kidding me? Yeah. So yeah, you were talking about Jury's wonky jump arc, and what it is that her buttons tend to cross up at a really weird angle. Her jumping medium kick specifically, even if it looks very clear like she's going to land in front, especially against a tall character like Abigail, she will land behind more often than not. And her jumping light kick, she pulls into a really weird tiny ball on that jumping light kick, and you gotta see it. If you don't have a special move anti-air that has tons of activity, you gotta really delay that anti-air button. So she's got tons of goofy ways to mess with you hardcore. Absolutely. Oh, there's that charged V skill. I'm not sure if she was able to charge it all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that every time that Justakid uses it, if it's not interrupted, he's got it locked and loaded. Oh, that's not V skill. That's just a special move. The V skill is where she runs through you, and then if he dashes out of it, nothing changes. Yeah, you can charge it by holding the button, and then dash cancel out of it, you'll have it stored. And that's what we saw just there. I'm not sure. I can't believe that. I actually didn't know that. So yeah, it's a very useful tool, because if you have that charged and stored, I think that's what I consider to be one of the best whip punish tools in the game, because it has almost instant startup and it goes all the way across the screen. I actually legit did not know you could store the V skill. I know you can store everything else, but that is something else. All right. That actually ties into another point that I wanted to make about just the Jury matchup in general, is that she's got a lot of tools, and although it's difficult to formulate those tools together into a solid game plan, like matchup knowledge goes a really long way when playing against Jury, because a lot of the stuff that she does is like it's fake. A lot of the stuff that she does is -2. The gaps are a little bit too big. That's the reason you don't see a lot of Jury in high-level plays, because like once you know the matchup, you know how to dissolve her. But if you don't, she will absolutely abuse that to no end. She'll make you feel like it's always her turn, kind of like Bison, who's actually always his turn. I was just gonna say that another thing that he has in common with Laura actually is that he loves to use that light fuha, the projectile in neutral, and it works very similarly to Laura's thunderclap, and the counters are almost exactly the same. You either catch her in the startup, or you can just back dash away from it. I actually can't believe that hit Abigail.
that thing has a way higher upward hitbox than I imagined. I thought he was over.
Justakid loves to use that CA, but it sucks. It's one of the worst CAs. It'll trade and it'll lose a lot, but he loves
I've seen how bad it is. So looking at Jury, right? So I think Laura's strengths are pretty obvious. Everybody knows about him. But Jury, the lost enigma of one of the few lost enigmas of the game that people don't really know much about. I think people know more about Alex than they do about Jury, thanks to people like Gunfight and Demon Den always giving you the goods online. So obviously we talked about walk speed and length. She got some real length, and she actually has some quick buttons with length. That standing medium kick, I believe, that's 5 frames, that hits twice but can be canceled on the first hit. This can be a really, really frustrating button in neutral. So she's got that and the weird jump arcs. But as you said, so walking behind the light Fuha, that's an extremely powerful tool, and it's hard to deal with because most projectile, most anti-projectile tools don't work on it because it's actually on the ground. So like Nash can't absorb that because it's on the ground. I think a lot of other characters, I don't know if Balrog can actually turn through it. I think it actually catches his feet in the same way he would get crush countered if you swept him when he did that. I'd have to see, I'm not positive, but I know it has it actually has different properties than all the typical fireball. So she's got that. And then as you said, her frame traps, if you don't know, can be extremely tricky, especially right here in V-Trigger 1, where she has access to all of her special kicks and projectiles at will. And so her frame traps can go and stop essentially as long as she chooses. So she doesn't have to go, and kind of like with Tekken and strings, she doesn't have to go all the way through with her frame trap to certain points. And so since you might be expecting her to do the Fuha into the medium kick one into something else, she might not always do that. She might stop short and sneak in a throw, or sneak in like a shimmy or a dash or something like that. And so in V-Trigger 1, if you're not prepared, she can really catch you off guard when she has full control over when she's starting and stopping those chain pressures. It's really interesting, actually.
That V-Trigger 1 is one of those tools that it's really powerful, but you sort of have to know how to use it to just create these small little frame traps in situations where people aren't going to learn to expect them. And with that V-Trigger 1, you can, like, when people tell me to explain to them what V-Trigger 1 does, it basically allows you to cancel everything into everything. That's the gist of it. And so it's just, there's so much potential there, and it lasts so briefly that it's hard to get the most of it. But
yeah, it is very short. So it's not quite a comeback tool. It doesn't have the breadth necessary to be a full comeback tool, but it can be a huge momentum swinger. Because once you've eaten, Jury V-Trigger combos will leave you watching your screen for a good 5 seconds, and that can really tilt and jar your perspective and your mentality on a matchup. And that can be effective. That can be effective in pulling something back into your favor. So she has that going for her, but it's hard. I wouldn't quite call it a comeback factor like Laura. You saw Mahreen take, gosh, nearly half a Urian's health off of 2 resets once she got the stun, because the stun was so low. It was just a command grab, and then, you know, full bolt plus the move plus a second move after, because the bolt helps her chain 2 moves you're not supposed to chain together into the target combo, into the special move for a good, cool 50 to 60% is power. That's just power, baby. And Jury doesn't have access to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Jury struggles getting damage on the table. A lot of times she'll have to spend bar just to get like what other characters would consider like standard B&B damage. And you were talking about Justakid's young man reactions, and I absolutely agree with that. You see out of Justakid is a lot of those third strike style 1 button confirms, a lot of the jab confirms. That's where the majority of his damage actually ends up coming out of. It's just he'll clip tandem medium, low medium, and that'll be it. Yeah.
We're gonna start the countdown. And you guys can start with our interests. All right, so we're gonna cut to the countdown now. So, stream guys, stream monsters will be back in about 5 minutes.
Sounds good. See you soon.
All right, welcome everybody to another First to 10 exhibitions. Today we're going to be bringing to you an exciting match between Mahreen and Justakid. Mahreen, a Laura player, and Justakid, a Jury player who you don't actually see very much of. I'm here. My name is Mount Lover, and I'm here with Frabasaur. Frabasaur, how's it going? What can you tell me about Justakid?
Oh man, happy to be here, and I will gladly inform you guys about Justakid. So can we get the fight card up, please? That'd be fantastic, and I'll tell you all about him. So Justakid is in the northern Midwest area, and he is an up-and-comer really in the scene. I would put him not quite at the Chakotay level, who's kind of really knocking on the door. Chakotay, maybe Toy as well, are really knocking at the door. But he's definitely starting to get his name out there a bit. And the reason why is because, as you see in point number 2, this kid is a grinder. You will find him every day of the week online. And if there's a local or a regional, that kid is there. I would, if you've heard of Splash, right? If you know INC Splash and people like that, that's the exact kind of caliber and arena that he's moving around in and he's making waves in and doing really well at stuff like that. Guy's been a Jury loyalist since day one of the drop. Used her the whole time, never looked back, and been grinding like crazy with her. And as you can see, one of the reasons why he's got so much time to grind is he is a young blood. The name Justakid is literal. He is, as he says, just a kid, young teenager. He's still got bright eyes and bushy-tailed in the scene, very excited and very motivated to play and to have fun and to go as far as he can go. And it served him quite well so far, even though he's been using a notoriously weak character. So I would expect strong performance from Justakid.
All right, and on the other, in the red corner, we've got Mahreen, an up and coming Laura player from Minneapolis. I haven't seen very much of Mahreen. However, in looking at a few of her old matches, I've noticed that she does have a very distinctive Laura play style. She tends to be very incredibly reset heavy, even more so than most Lauras. Like a lot of Laura players, as I was saying earlier, like to take damage whenever they can get it, and then just reset to the neutral, and then be happy playing footsies. Mahreen will take every reset she can get. Will straight up leave damage on the table to go for a command grab. Will just go for standing resets left and right. She also has excellent anti-airs, as you can see there on the fight card, and sparks flying. She loves to use thunderclaps. She will throw thunderclaps in your face until you are forced to learn how to deal with them. And I'm excited to see how these two match up against one another.
This should be a good match, and there's obviously not a lot of pressure on the line. Something really interesting to me that I've been wanting to see is you kind of been following Mahreen, because I think a lot of people have kind of caught wind of her after she had that huge win against Ata in tournament. People went, oh man, there's this chick Mahreen plays Laura, and she's freaking legit. And then she was streaming a bit more, and she got that RSF kind of sponsorship to play at Canada Cup. And that was a lot of pressure, right? The first time that people spent money to send you somewhere, and she didn't do great. She was only able to go 1-2, and that can be a real kind of confidence shaker. I know she's been grinding and still kicking butt and taking names online and stuff, but I really like to see I'd like to see her bounce back and how this is gonna play out.
And chat saying that Jury is a solid mid-tier at the moment, just needs a little boost to be really good.
I think that's wishful thinking.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree or disagree with that. I love Jury, but I acknowledge that the character has very, very, very definable weaknesses. Like I said earlier, she has a lot of tools, but they don't necessarily come together into a coherent game plan. And it comes up, it's to the player to learn how to take those tools and make the most of them.
I'd expect to see that Jury standing medium kick like crazy, especially because it's at the range that Laura likes to play at, 5-frame button, double hits, and just great range. So I expect a lot of harassment with that, and it's probably going to shut down a lot of in-your-face fireballs.
Right now we're seeing exactly what Mahreen's trademark play style looks like. Immediately, not even 20 seconds in, already going for a reset into a command grab. And Justakid ready for it, actually. Just immediately backdashed out of it the first situation that he smelled that command grab.
Anti-air in your way out of the corner, classic. That's the good stuff.
Oh, there we go. V skill on lock now for Justakid. There we go. It's fully charged, and now he's gonna be ready to whiff punish anything that might come out of Mahreen at this range. He'll be looking for those thunderclaps. Great.
That's gonna go. Young man reactions, baby.
Yeah, we were just talking about it earlier. Justakid with those one button confirms will not drop very many opportunities to get that EX Fuha confirm. Oh, there we go.
That was a sick whiff punish.
As soon as I say it, yes, the stand fierce confirm into that that flip kick.
This
Okay,
hurts.
Mahreen
Yep,
just
there you
dashing
go.
up, catching the. I think it was a jump back. Yeah, we go. Big damage here.
Takes the opportunity. She always gets that max damage. Doesn't matter where it is. She always
like
gets the
that.
max damage on the clap. I see a lot of lures just charge it up and then do forward fierce, heavy punch bolt. She always goes for the extra saucy, extra
The
damage.
optimal mid combo neutral jump. I like that. That was nice. I would like to see Justakid start trying to mash out of that, so just in case she messes up the timing. If I get hit by that, I'd start mashing on stuns.
Again, there's that standing medium kick button. That range is going to be killer. That range is going to be killer. You're going to see Justakid use it a lot.
Good reset there into the low crouch medium kick. Oh, there we go. The cross up with that jumping light kick, and then gets the confirm afterwards. Mahreen caught pressing buttons there. Not sure what she was trying to do.
Little impatient, trying to feel out how strong are the meaties and what are Justakid's favorite offensive sequences, right? Is he a thrower? Is he a shimmier? Is he a meteor, right? Meteor. People kind of have things that they lean on, and then as the set opens up, we'll see how that changes.
By the way, Vin, if you could turn up the stream audio a little bit.
Round one. Fight.
All right, here we go. Game number 2. Justakid taking that first game, kind of convincingly, honestly.
Yeah.
Mahreen tried to get some stuff started, but couldn't quite. Right now, we'll be seeing how much matchup knowledge Mahreen has when it comes to Jury. And oh, well, never mind. She's just gonna have to run her own game right now. Yeah, the matchup is completely irrelevant when you're in the corner at -10 like that. Oof. There we go.
Then again, -2 is sometimes -10 online, so you never know.
I'll tell Mahreen makes the most of that because I always refer to Jerry as the queen of being -2. Everything this girl does is -2.
Never punishable, but never plus.
You were saying it earlier, there's that EX flip kick as a call out. Knew that thunderclap was coming. Big crush counter. Split river. Oof. Justakid pressing buttons on wake. Not pressing buttons actually. I didn't see the counter hit. Just didn't block.
Might have. It wouldn't be backdash, but if he did neutral jump, it wouldn't be counter hit. So he could have been trying to jump neutral jump out of the what's it called? The command grab.
EX command grab, yeah.
All right, activate. Let's go. He needs to make this happen now. If he can't, nice anti-air. I mean,
Great
Justakid had to make
anti-air.
something happen, and Mahreen kept her wits and was like, "Look, I know you got to make something happen. I'm gonna find that mistake. I'm gonna punish you for it."
Absolutely.
'Cause
Mahreen
he-
is so on point with those anti-airs, by the way.
I mean,
Playing a character that already has good anti-airs and then having good anti-airs just on top of that as a player, yeah,
Right.
that's going to shut down a lot of Justakid's potential game plan here.
And if Justakid baits a throw there, that's probably 2/3 to 3/4 of her remaining life, and that's a one-touch scenario. Very smart of Mahreen to commit to. I'm not pressing attack. You won't make me do it.
Just
Foot.
foot. And you
Both
can
have
see
this-
right away that Justakid loves to store that light Fuha. Every time you see him do that charge, it's usually going to be the light because he wants to be able to use that projectile to start gaining some momentum.
Man, the lore show. I hate that. Bolt! Bolt! I'm like, stop it!
I love
Stop
that
it, I don't want it.
right now because, as I said earlier, a lot of Jury's game plan has holes in it, and if you know how to call them out, you can completely shut down a lot of it.
Nice juggle.
And-
She pulled the Laura tech there. I'm gonna just have a fireball chill and do the work for me. I'm gonna call the Vegeta assist. Do the work for me.
Call the Vegeta assist, the Dragon Ball Fighter Z
That's what they
references.
both have. They both got a Vegeta assist. It's like, hey, do the work. I'll be over here.
I'll be over here, let you do the confirming for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna block. Both of them getting overheads blocked, but one of them's far more minus than the other. That's also because one is far more plus on hit, though. That's the balance out.
Shouts to the 2 people in chat that still play Fighter Z.
EXDP, both of them are just kind of letting things rock right now. Mahreen going for a lot of command grabs, even though Justakid's jumped out of quite a few. She's still letting him rock. Not gonna be moved
Oh,
up the
okay.
game plan.
Round start light elbow, just lets it rock, and unfortunately isn't able to get the command grab after that. Justakid ready with the back dash.
That's about the biggest damage Jerry can get off a jumping right there.
Wow, the stray standing light kick and just gets so much off of that.
Oh, DP on the dash it. I don't know if he reacted. He was just like guessing on a delay something.
That was just desperately trying to get out of the corner, I feel like.
Well,
Okay.
it wasn't reversal though, which was interesting. Oh,
All
whip
right, here we
punish.
go. V trigger activation, and yeah, that heavy Fuha. If you have the other one stored behind it, is so powerful.
This is dead. There's
That's
no
dead.
way.
Yeah, that's
There's no way.
100% dead.
There's no way. No way. No way. Laura Train coming to a final stop on that one.
Yeah, this battle is it's such a slugfest and it's so momentum based. But as we were saying earlier, the Jerry damage is just not there. You can see Jerry make, you know, like maybe 3 confirms for every one of Laura's 2, and still won't be able to put as much damage up on the board.
Nice, excellent. Using the young man reactions, calling out the V skill dash. That is borderline never safe. It's extremely rare for her to be able to V skill dash and you not be able to interrupt that for a punish or at least take your turn.
Yeah, again, those young man reactions, you're right. Being able to react to that V skill dash, that's gonna come really into play for this matchup.
Yeah, but the young man exuberance got a little bit ahead of him there, and he decided to throw her out of the corner when he had all that meter and V trigger used to query into the corner just to chuck her out. See you later.
Oh, wow! Mahreen, with no health to her name, still has the balls to just V skill dash up and then command grab.
But how about that as
Justakid
an
was ready
answer?
for it.
I didn't know that was throw invincible like that. I guess she's considered
It's
airborne.
got very, very few throw invincible frames. It just happened to work out there. It's like
Really? Okay,
it's
so
like
that was a dumb luck flip. All right. I don't know, because I mean that was just such an interesting answer. I don't know if he was trying to think, because you know the common Laura V trigger play is do the fireball dash forward, and maybe he was trying to call that out and it just worked out.
It just happened to work out, I feel like, yeah. Because if he was trying to go for the throw invincible frames, it has the same throw invincible frames as the non-EX version, so that was just a good option overall, I guess.
I'm seeing, I mean, Mahreen's looking a tad lost in this matchup, whereas, you know, that's kind of how it is with the underused characters, the Fangs, the Juries, the people that you just don't really see, the Vega even, which is far more common than both of them, but they know how to fight everybody because they've had to, whereas since you almost never fight them, people don't know how to fight you. And there's just a lot of times that it's still technically a frame trap.
Wait, what did Mahreen just run into there? She threw out a fireball.
It was light Fuha. It was light
Okay.
Fuha, yeah. A lot of frame traps, stray buttons, and ranges that she's just getting caught at here. Yeah, and Justakid's just taking full advantage of just knowing better spacing.
Round 2.
Jerry's buttons, I mean, say what you will about Jerry, but her buttons will lose to very few characters on this cast.
Yeah, I mean,
Block and punish on the overhead there.
very few of her overheads have hit after round 1. I mean, you gotta know when to give up sometimes. Like, all right, I'll come back to that later. Need to take it a break for a little bit.
She's been getting some good mileage out of that thunderclap and overhead, but now she's got to start mixing it up a little bit more. Just to keep
there it is,
react to that
5
overhead every time.
Wah, wah, 5 frame, wah.
Oh, I love it. Just to confirm out of the standing light.
Oh no! He did the wrong one.
Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna go
That
ahead and say it was a missed input. I very much refuse to believe that he thought that hit, unless he
No,
had
it
maybe
was-
some.
it was- Yeah, he did the wrong front flip. I forget what it's called. He did the wrong flip kick. That one doesn't combo, but he's fine. Still got it anyways.
Still takes the round. Phew. All right, sweat off the brow. Didn't choke.
With the diamond eye patch on. To finish
Coughed
the
a little
round.
bit. Didn't choke.
Yeah. She got the little twinkle in her eye at the end of the round since she still had V trigger.
Justakid currently taking it up 3-1. Learning to deal, well, I should say getting more accustomed to Mahreen's distinctive style.
Yeah,
of
because
Laura
you
play.
know, I mean, as a jury player since she's dropped, you've dealt with Laura. You've dealt with Laura, so
Absolutely, yeah, who
learning
hasn't?
Mahreen's specificities.
Mahreen going for a few crush counter fishes, and Justakid not taking the bait. Okay, big sweep. Not a crush counter, though.
It's funny because they both, so her standing heavy kick range that she wants to harass you with, / crouching medium kick range, is exactly Jury's standing medium kick right there, standing fierce punch. Is that the backwards kick?
Yeah, standing fierce.
Right, and so same ranges, Jury's
Ooh,
totally.
I love the confirm out of it yet again.
That's
Gets
beautiful.
that standing fierce into a medium full confirm.
Burn
Yeah,
the
take that.
bar. Spend it, boys. Spend that kashish. Stop sitting on it.
In Jury's case, she kind of has to a lot of times. Of
course,
EX
but-
is oftentimes your best confirm option, even if it does spend a bar.
It's a big problem that I see from the most young bloods. They don't spend the cash. They're like, no,
Speaking
I
of
need
which,
that. I need that next round.
That counter hit crouching medium punch, and his best option there would have been EX Fuha, but he didn't have the meter for it. Just had to let it go.
This is gonna hurt, but he's gonna be alive. Oh no, he doesn't get the extended.
Oh, didn't get the extended version. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Mahreen
meaty
playing it
works.
safe there.
Fine, meaty works. Justakid didn't believe. He said your meaties are fake. This is McDonald's. This is not Wendy's.
I like the cross
That
under.
is
Very
fake
very
meat. But no,
standard stuff.
it actually was Wendy's. He was confused. The burger shape was square.
Oh,
what an
wow,
anti-air.
just a
What an
standing
anti-air.
roundhouse to anti-air the neutral jump. Sure,
That was
let's do it.
100% incidental. 100% incidental. And then Mahreen thought she was eating McDonald's and said, no, this is Wendy's, fam. This is Wendy's, fam. This is dollar fries. Get out of here.
That's the unconventional anti-airs. I love to see those. Whenever
I
you get the anti-air
have
sweeps.
100% accidentally anti-aired with Nash's crouching medium kick multiple times. And I'm like, that made no sense.
Yeah, Nash has the buttons for it though. Nash, every button can anti-air if you use it at the right time.
Crouching medium kick should never anti-air anything. Ever. Like, that's just absurd. But it's done it. I've seen it win out, like, just accidentally a couple times.
Oh, okay. Justakid just trying to store that light blue at the start of the round. Mahreen not letting him get away with that.
This lead's starting to get a little out of hand, though. Mahreen needs to make some changes because she's just running into a jury wall, just over and over and over again, expecting different results.
EP, yeah, calling out that standing fierce into EX Thunderclap. Justakid has not fallen for that with meter at all. So far, he's been throwing out either EX DP or EX flip kick to shut it down completely. And yeah,
Yo, she got the Street Fighter 2. She's got the Street Fighter 2. She can cancel sweep into a fireball. Watch out.
oh jeez, yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, that V Trigger 1 allows you to cancel anything and anything, including sweep into your special moves. So you need to watch out for that.
Look at
It's
that.
actually
All that
one of her
bar
strongest frame traps.
All that bar off a counter hit, and she only got like 180. That's so unfortunate. Poor
Oh
Jury.
yeah, Jury, the damage is very difficult to
Clearly, she is tone, and she's got the legs of a freaking mule that can just kick you like nobody's business. Yet she can do no damage. Makes no
Okay,
sense.
Justakid. See, Justakid getting hit by that cross under reset, and the Mahreen going for yet another standing reset, and then Justakid just patiently blocks his way out of it.
That was a really far overhead. I mean, I feel like the lights aren't home, or sorry, the lights aren't on. No one's home right now in Mahreen's head. She's just kind of doing, not thinking as much. Because I mean, why are you overheading from that far? She's probably just kind of.
Hey, now it's
expecting-
alright. You gotta
Right.
you gotta
But
turn off
I mean, at 5-1, I feel like Justakid's shown like, hey, like, come on now. Let's, can you can't just expect the Laura here. You need to play me. I know you're better than that. You got to play me. And she is. She's better. Yeah, she's better than that. I think she's a little bit autopilot-y. See if she can make some changes here.
I would like to see Mahreen slow down a little bit and just start letting Justakid come to her instead of just going for this aggressive rush down with the thunderclaps. Okay, we get to see a stray crush counter roundhouse there. Mahreen gets a little bit of damage on the table, but here we go.
She's not figured out the stand heavy punch range because Justakid's gotten so much off that. He's been like 80% confirmation from the free throw line with the standing heavy punch.
Yeah, really good button. Can be low profile, but easier said than done.
But if you got a hitbox out, it don't
Ooh,
matter.
Yeah, the V-Trigger 1, matchup knowledge is so important there. You've got to know what frame traps and what doesn't, and the answer is everything. Everything frame traps. Just because you block a sweep when Jury's in VT1 does not mean it's your turn. All right, gets the thunderclap. Oof.
Oh, yeah, that's what he was looking for. When she got out of the command grab, that's exactly what he was looking for. Look at this tech. Look at this Jury tech. I love me some tech.
Oh,
I noticed
again,
there, too.
round start builds medium Fuha there. Interesting choice.
It was,
Not sure
it
what
was
he's gonna do with that.
it was last round, but you saw Justakid was doing the really long Jury combo, and he had so long to see, am I going to build this bar? Am I going to
Oh,
build
I
this
know
bar?
exactly why he wanted that medium Fuha, because that's his confirm off of that standing ground, standing fierce. And there, just as soon as I say it, he does it.
Made a little cross up with the life Fuha there. That was dope.
All right, jumping from Mahreen, but again, very thunderclap heavy, and Justakid has already seen that, and he knows how to counteract it.
Yo, she's doing some guile fireball game here. She's doing a little guile fireball game there. Did you see that? She threw the ball and she called it. She called when Fuha was coming out, so it was still like it was still animating, and she still got the anti-air out. She's like, no way, this character's zoning me right now. I don't believe it.
I want to see some baits coming out of Mahreen there for those EX flip kicks,
She
because
needs to slow down. She needs to slow down. She's just going in too hard, and because it's one of those things where like if you get on a Jury, you could bully her. I mean, she has an EX DP, but you can still otherwise you pretty much just bully the daylights out of her. And she just really wants to get in. She wants to get her game started. She wants to do Laura things. And since it's not happening, she's
there's a
going
lot
in
of
harder.
patterns that you've been seeing in Justakid's adaptations to Mahreen's playstyle. Every single time that Justakid has blocked a standing heavy punch, pretty much, he's thrown out some kind of
What a
EX
shimmy.
move just to call out the EX thunderclap. And I want to see Mahreen start taking advantage of that and start adapting to it. Oh, but man, right here, right in the corner, Justakid working on a stun, just needs a couple more hits. That was just a V-trigger activation.
that was a
And a
heck of a-
V-reversal, not going to take your mix-ups.
Of course. I mean, look, I got the bar, I got the position. I gotta be fine here. One mix
I'm
stun.
gonna call it on that raw EX flip kick. It is only -2, but does manage to find some damage. Just needs one more touch to finish this round. And And there it is. Wow, all right. Just throws the light fireball. Does that pass? I think that passes clean under the thunderclap.
Of course. Yeah, no, no collision. I'm telling you, that fireball is very weird. It really considers it being as on the ground. It's kind of like Birdie's can. It just counts as being on the ground. And so anything that's normally projectile invincible works on things that aren't on the ground. So things like Nash's critical art can't go through Birdie's can or banana. No, go through the banana. Can't go through the can. The can actually stops it.
Well, the light Fuha it's got a low hitbox, but it is still a projectile. So projectile invincible stuff will go through it.
It depends. Not all.
Like Birdie's can, which is the reason why Birdie's can is complete bullshit, just because of the strike.
That was a great reaction though. Saw the overhead, DP'd right through it.
DP out of the corner to take that round. I haven't seen very many baited DPs out of Mahreen so far.
No, she tried earlier on. I saw it a couple times, and when she didn't get them, she just kind of gave up on it. There's just a clear discrepancy in the matchup knowledge. I mean, there's so much tech coming from Justakid on he knows when Laura's turn is over and when he can press his buttons. He's got some really interesting answers that answer Laura's specific moves and tech and scenarios, and Mahreen's just kind of playing Laura. He's not really playing Laura versus Yuri matchup. She's just playing Laura, and she's getting worked for it.
I don't feel like there's very much Laura-specific adaptations that Mahreen has to make outside of that, dealing with that V-trigger. I think the number one adaptation that she needs to make for this player matchup is taking a look at Justakid's meter and starting to bait a little bit more whenever she does have that locked and loaded, because she's been eating a lot of EX flip pick, a lot of EX DP. There we go, right as soon as I say it.
Ready.
She throws out that thunderclap, not looking at the meter, and she eats it right away. Whereas she could be baiting those out, and at the very least, that gives you a mix-up situation on block.
Yeah, now she's convincing herself that she needs to gamble, that she needs to make things happen because she's having so much trouble getting in.
She wants to go more ham to fix the situation, which I respect. I can respect that. When it works out, it's cool.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, you just kind of blow through people's attempted
dash up, big crush counter, gets the split river. Ooh, but then again, the wake up DP, and again, no baits.
Yep, and then she just keeps going in. You saw her 2 heavy moves in a row. See, that's kind of what's unfortunate, is that when you get something like that, it reinforces that going in is the right idea, right? Because you got something started there with a little bit of aggression, and you feel like you can make it happen again, whereas she really needs to slow down.
All right, I like the neutral jump to avoid that projectile there in the corner. But unfortunately, Justakid was ready for it, and here we go. The momentum is just on Justakid's side now. Tries to just V-skill dash up in that situation where she was minus. I don't agree with that. And Justakid was ready for it.
What was really cool, though, is that she avoided the actual hit from the V-reversal. So she didn't take the hit. She saw it, and she backed out, and then she went back in to continue pressure. That was dope, but she got nothing for it.
Yeah, Mahreen breaking a little bit under the pressure there in the corner. And to be honest with you, there aren't that many options when you are sitting there staring down that light Fuha in the corner there in that situation. You could try jumping forward. You could try neutral jumping. You could try throwing out the ham, EX elbow, but all of those are pretty risky options.
It's just, I mean,
block and eat the pressure.
So many reactions and just jury specific options in tech to Laura that I've seen coming from Justakid. It's actually really cool to see.
Justakid currently sitting on both the important Fuhas in this situation. She's got the light and the medium. The medium, like I said, that's her tool for confirming out of that standing fierce punch. Okay, interesting beast trigger confirmation there.
Oh, it tried to create a cross-up setup with the
yeah,
Fuha.
Tries to neutral jump out of that situation, and yeah, lands right on that fireball.
Well, I was talking about before that. She tried to put it so it's basically on your character when you're getting up and then jump over you for a nice little ambiguous setup.
Round 2.
As a Laura player, you should be totally used to those.
Yeah. No, only like it when I get to do it. only like it when I get to do it. No one else should get to do it, just me.
All right, here we go, -2. All right, takes the plus frames and manages to find that counter hit. But again, goes for the standing resets, and Justakid is just being patient. He's like, no, I'm not going to let you do this. I'm not going to let you hit me with this.
Take some damage, man. But no, he's watching. He's ready.
Again, yeah, there we go. You see just those resets. Takes the light elbow and just goes into those command grabs.
One more.
Should have done it again. Should have done it again. Did it again.
Right, she got it.
Oh, 1 pixel of health left on the board. Justakid.
Everybody in the world besides Justakid thought he was dead.
Justakid, you going to rob this?
Everybody in the world besides Justakid thought he was dead. Highway robbery?
Justakid. Putting on his thieving gloves. Oh, okay, the anti-air job. Saved.
Yo, we're about to have to call the cops 211 in progress.
Justakid put on the surgical gloves for that robbery. All right, connects with both hits of the standing medium kick there. A little bit too far to connect with to confirm into the
full baited. One more. Shimmy? No.
Working on the stun here. Spear reversal, yeah, just build that down. Let that take back down. Good option. I respect it. Mahreen. Again, just autopiloting that standing heavy punch into EX clap, and luckily that time Justakid did not throw out the DP or the flip kick, but you know he would have. Okay, there we go. The stand reset into the EX.
Bolt pressure. I hate it so
Tries
much.
it again.
Yo, young man reactions. He saw the yellow. Young man, I'm calling that reaction.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was anticipation. But if you want to give Justakid the credit for that, I respect that.
I think he's done it in enough scenarios now. I really want to believe that he's reacting to this.
He does have that V skill locked and loaded. Oh, okay.
Oh, almost. And he almost got saved by the Fuha. Actually, that would have been so sick if the Fuha saved him with some blocks still in there. That'd have been dope.
I love the reaction. Did absolutely react right in time as early as you could have to that neutral thunderclap. However, because of the fact that she didn't charge it, she did have time to recover and block.
Yep.
If she charged that for a few frames, that would have been a punish.
Done. That'd have been the round. That'd have been 9-2.
Right,
she got herself another one.
Puts one on the board, so now we're at 8-2.
Wonder if she can get something started here. I mean, Laura's a momentum character, so maybe she's a momentum set player. Who knows? We'll see.
Round 1. Fight.
I just realized both of them are using costumes with dyed hair. And, like, partial foot wraps. they really mirrored each other on this one.
Yeah, very similar players, I guess. Okay, tries to take something with that neutral light bulb charge. Ooh, but here we go. Jury just working Mahreen into the corner.
Nice. Actually,
help out.
I always hate when I get hit by that. That makes me so mad. When they armor through a projectile from like half screen away. Like, come on now. That was
I don't know. Whenever I'm playing with Laura, it feels damn good to hit that.
I just say it's too far. I'm like, come on. You throw one fireball, dang it.
Okay. Oh, interesting trade there. Justakid was ready for it. Just dashes under and throws.
I mean, it's just it's been the same song and dance for like 8 games now, where Justakid is winning off of really a lot of the same stuff.
And again, we saw that standing heavy punch into EX Thunderclap, and this time no reaction out of Justakid, no EX moves. So maybe Justakid's gotten tired of throwing out that Hail Mary. And now he's just
Jury does not have a ground button to deal with the jump of that arc.
Okay, that was reactions. That was 100% reactions to that overhead. I saw Justakid crouch and then stand in reaction to it.
I wonder if DP would have killed there instead of the Fuha.
Okay. Good armor through that projectile there with the EX elbow. That is a big Hail Mary in this matchup.
She just... Mahreen just wants what she wants in a very stubborn way. Oh, great punish!
Needs one more hit.
What's the mix?
Finally!
We have a bait!
We have ourselves a bait.
Finally, she got herself off the couch. She went down to the store. She bought some shrimp, put it on the hook, and got a bait.
She was like, maybe waiting more fish with bait than with spears.
Chicks over here throwing just, empty hooks in the water, expecting to catch fish. This ain't SpongeBob, man. Put some cheese on that.
Oh, okay. No challenge there on that sweep. I feel like Laura definitely could have gotten a punish there, but Mahreen maybe wasn't ready for it. Oh, again, just the one button confirms into that EX Fuha. Justakid with the soul read. The soul confirms.
And the sweeps. Let's go. Sweep activate the SFV class. That was sick.
That was... I don't know what I would have done there. She walked forward to push you out of range of the fireball, so you're not sure when it's going to hit.
I would have felt like I was playing Guile and felt bad.
Again with the overhead.
Got saved by the fireball.
Yeah, the fireball did not save Mahreen there from that overhead on block. I see what she was trying to do, but it just didn't work.
Oh, she's got a bar here, so she can potentially get
1 or 2 hits away from death.
Mahreen's one hit.
Okay.
Unless you get something really stray like that.
And that one hit. Oh, good call there on the EX command grab to pass right through that. We're seeing finally some adaptations to that light Fuha in neutral.
That was sick. That was great. That was a great move. That was a great move.
I was wondering why. We saw a raw command grab come out just there early in that matchup, and I was like, what was that? What was she trying to do? That was what it was. She was trying to do that EX.
I don't think you have to be as predictive with that. I don't know. Maybe you do. It's kind of slow, so I guess probably you have to be a little bit more predictive with that than whereas the armored bolt you can be more reactive. So yeah, maybe she felt like she had to be predictive when she did it there.
Let's see if that shook up Justakid at all, and if he makes it any adaptations, if he starts relying on that light Fuha less, or maybe if you just like whatever, you got lucky. Yeah, he charged it, so yeah, he's gonna still keep using it.
I mean, Jury can't play without that. Come on, please. It's like, oh, Guile got jumped in on trying to throw a boom. I wonder if he's gonna keep throwing booms. Like, of course she will.
You can play footsies Jury without relying on that light Fuha, but of course it's one of her few precious tools that it's one of her precious tools that she needs in order to form some kind of cohesive
reset.
Game.
Here we go. Carnival. Ooh, I thought you was gonna go for a throw there.
All right, good.
Punish that.
Good block there.
All right, take your
That's
turn.
a -2.
Yeah, my fault. I meant take your turn. That's what I meant. Press that. Press that.
All right, V skill locked and loaded. For just
Mahreen retreating to the corner. Luck kind of gets out off a little luck of the draw there.
Ooh, okay. Good low forward confirm there out of Mahreen.
That was definitely an assumption punish, but it was a good space to put that buffer out. It was an assumption punish, but it was an excellent space. Yeah, excellent space to put the buffer out.
Round 2. Fight.
I like that Mahreen backed off there after connecting with that light elbow, possibly baiting out a DP. It just didn't come. So Mahreen is starting to play a little bit wiser here.
Finally, it took her way too long. But yeah,
Justakid, yeah, he has not been overusing the DPs. He's just been able to connect. Ooh, -3 there, but Mahreen just got the view reversal.
But does Laura have a 3-frame? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, jab, standing jab.
Yeah, it is jab. Okay, there's so many characters. I'm like, you have a 3-frame. They're like, no, I only got a 4.
Yeah.
I thought you had a 3. Yeah, so she could have. Little jab light bolt.
Good anti there on the neutral. Good anti-air there on the neutral jump.
Yep, spend the V, keep you in the corner. More valuable at this point.
Okay. Justakid manages to block in time after that V-trigger cancellation and still manages to not get crush counter.
Oh! 2 hits in V-trigger. 2 hits in V-trigger, can't armor through. Mahreen was not aware.
Justakid takes game number 9, sitting on set point here, going up 9-3.
Again, that's a little lack of matchup knowledge there, right? She's used to projectile blast through it, but in V-Trigger 1, the light Fuha gets 2 hits, not just 1, so you can't blast through it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, she has so many tools, and you have to learn every single one of them and all the nuances, especially when it comes to that V-Trigger.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, here we go. Game point here, set point here for Justakid. Mahreen's got to really get some adaptations going if she wants to pull this back.
She had a nice little 2 streak there, but right, Justakid is not the average player that's going to sit there and do the same thing for 8 games in a row and lose a massive lead.
I'm not a big fan of that frame trap into the sweep there. Justakid just patiently blocks and punishes it. Oh, okay, finds a big forward fierce. Oh, but I'm not sure what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, confirm that, man. Stop going for the resets. Unless you maybe messed up online.
All right, takes the plus frames there on that. Takes the plus frames there on that blocked EX flow kick.
What's it gonna be?
V trigger locked and loaded. Oof!
I've got all my tools. What are you gonna do? 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 Oh, got him.
Forward into Fuha, and that's gonna be enough to take that round.
Set point.
Sitting on here on set point, yeah. Equal amounts of meter on both sides of the board. Mahreen, I feel like she's been playing a little bit more patient. She's been baiting DP occasionally as opposed to never. Ooh, but again, the ham is still out in full effect. Mahreen more than happy to command grab you twice in a row.
Calling Mahreen a ham. Are you calling Mahreen a ham machine? Is that what you're doing? You're calling her a ham machine?
I'm calling all Laura players ham machines, but Mahreen especially. I love that she is always willing to reset you no matter what the odds.
She's like Han Solo. Never tell me the reset odds, kid.
Never tell me the reset odds. I'll take it anyways. The combo just never ending. The damage really not indicative of how long the combo was, but Mahreen sitting here 1 hit away from death and stun. Ooh, and there it is.
Yep.
I love it. Using both hits. 3 hits between that fireball and the standing medium kick, plinking through that armor. And that's going to be enough to take it there. Justakid taking the set 10-3. Great stuff.
I think more than anything, that was huge disparagement in matchup knowledge. Mahreen just didn't know all these things that Jury had.
When it comes to Jury, you've absolutely got to study that matchup.
What she could and could not do. And Justakid had so much tech. He had so much tech. His spacing was just right on point. With,
I feel like there is room for improvement there. I feel like Justakid definitely could. There's a lot of room for Justakid to improve over time as a player from this point forward. And so maybe look out for him. Again, if you want to catch Justakid, you can catch him on Twitch at twitch.tv/Justakid515, or you can catch him on Twitter at just_akid55. Not sure why one is 515, the other is 55. Maybe Justakid55 was taken. You can catch Mahreen at ESTMXRZ. You can catch her at twitch.tv/ESTMXRZ or at Instagram at BaitTelephone. Or maybe it's Bay Telephone.
Probably Bay Telephone, because I didn't see a lot of baiting. This guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Again, thank you everybody for joining me. Shout outs to Mr. Vinegar, who the organizer of these First to 10 events, and also shout outs to Unequaled Media, the guys over at twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, for shouting us out. And thank you all for joining us. Again, my name has been Mount Lover.
As I'm Frabasaur.
Alrighty, see you guys next time.
See ya.